Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Wednesday. It's Daryl here. It's 4 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I want to just talk a little bit about Cindy McCain, widow of John McCain, ran for president in 2008. The couple were obviously lifelong Republicans. And Cindy McCain has come out endorsing Joe Biden. And she's publicly rebuked Donald Trump and his handling of many things. But the biggest thing that made her come out and publicly endorse Joe Biden, a Democrat, for president, was the Atlantic article with firsthand accounts of Donald Trump labeling the U.S. war debt as losers and suckers. Firsthand accounts. And I started looking into this. We don't hear anything about the Russian bounty on U.S. soldiers' heads in Afghanistan. And I started looking into that, and I came across a story about Mike Pompeo, how he just talked about this in, I think it was August 15th. I've got the link down below. He was in the Czech Republic, and on Radio Free Europe, he talked. He was asked about the Russian bounty and everything, and he in this interview, he says how he contacted the Russian Prime Minister. This is Mike Pompeo, the Secretary of State, Trump's Secretary of State, contacts the Russian Prime Minister and warns him that if this is true, there will be very severe consequences. I think he says he warned him hypothetically if this was happening. And then I went on to read about how the CIA, and there has this evidence. So the CIA comes out with this evidence that there's batches of passports. Passports have numbers. And there's a batch that it was traced back to a high-level military intelligence agency in Russia called the GRU. Unit 22195, I think is the number. The GRU. So a Russian military intelligence agency. And this batch of passports from Russia to Afghanistan from this special intelligence agency in Russia was traced. Not only that, there's large money wire transfers from Russia to Afghanistan to the Taliban, and large amounts of cash found in Afghanistan, and captured Taliban soldiers confirming this whole story about getting paid to take out U.S. military. And we don't hear a peep about this. And Donald Trump is calling a hoax. The thing that bothers me the most is Trump came right out and said, I think it was in the last 2 or 3 weeks, he called Vladimir Putin, or in the last month. And he came out publicly and said he did not even bring this up. Didn't even mention it. Didn't even see fit to mention it. Now, by the way, I heard that you're trying to kill our troops. I don't know if it's true or not, but, no, not even that. Nothing. Hey, Vladdy, thanks for the support over here. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, anybody who can't see, of course, Russia wants Donald Trump to be president. Look at the strife in this country. Look at the racial divide. And everybody knows that Russia is on Facebook. They put up posts on one side, on the other side, and they just stand back and watch us fight each other. And it's working beautifully. So I'm just curious. And then I look at Donald Trump, too, and he's fighting tooth and nail to keep his taxes out of the public eye. He's being sued, and now there's more reports that New York General Attorney is going to be able to access his tax returns. And personally, I think his tax returns are tied to Russia. But again, back to Afghanistan. So Mike Pompeo admits in this interview last month that he warned the Russian Prime Minister about putting bounties on our soldiers' heads. And Trump just continues to call this a hoax. Doesn't even, even if it was a hoax, don't you think you might want to check into it? So this is why Cindy McCain is, this and many other reasons is why Cindy McCain, a lifelong Republican, widow of a former Republican candidate for president, doesn't get much bigger of a Republican than that, supporting Joe Biden for president. I think that says a lot. All right, I'll be back with some more videos. I got a lot to talk about. I've been reading up on the drug, the pesticide atrazine. It's a pesticide made by Synergen, and the links and how Trump's EPA has hired people from lobbyists from Synergen into Scott Pruitt's EPA, and how they've increased the amount by 50% of this atrazine that's proven to cause birth defects and cancer. And it's in our waterways right now. And they've just allowed 50% more to be put in our waterways. And they've decided that Synergen is the one that's that the EPA hired to monitor it. The people that make it, Trump's EPA has been hired the company that makes it to monitor its damage to the country. Unbelievable. The links to Mike Pompeo, to atrazine, and the warnings are down below. There's going to be 3 links down below, and I'll be back with another video on atrazine. All right, you guys have a good Wednesday.